How is it possible that 95% of all retail investors lose money in crypto? That is crazy. You have an asset like Bitcoin who made a 4x and people still manage to lose money in that asset. It's mind-blowing. I'm not just here to complain about it, but I'm also here to give you a solution, and not the solution that you think, like teaching you to read charts and stuff like that, because if that would be a solution, you would already be a professional, because there are millions of videos on YouTube about how to read charts, and somehow you still don't make money, and most people don't, right? What I will show you in this video is a much better solution, and it will definitely change your life. I promise you that. But what I don't give you is financial advice. Everything you hear in this video is for educational purposes only. I'm sharing my experiences and what worked for me. It might not work for you, but I believe you should know about it. As always, if you hear anything interesting in this video, and only then, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about trade automation and automating things in general, because I'm an engineer. I love to automate things and make life easier. My goal is to help at least 1,000 people make money in the next bull market. You might be one of those people. In this series, I'm talking about trade automation because it did change my life, and now I'm coming back here to share with you all of the knowledge I gained. So get your coffee, eyes on the screen, and let's go. Yeah. There are only 2 reasons why retail investors lose money. Just 2. They don't have a strategy, and even if they have a strategy, they don't have time to execute that strategy. That's it. Thank you very much. See you next time. Okay, seriously, let's talk about the strategy part. Do you have a trading strategy that you follow to the T? Whatever it says, you just execute it. Is that what you're doing? Or do you rather rely on YouTube videos or Twitter influencers to tell you when to buy and when to sell? Even saying this out loud sounds preposterous. I mean, isn't crypto all about taking things into your own hands? Yes, it is. I can tell you already that if you do the latter, you're screwed, because those people don't care if you make money or not. They just want you to click and like the video. And most of the time, they somehow manage to create videos that captivate us, that tell us that the price can go in both directions. Wow. All of that is to say that you need a strategy. Go out there and find one. Or subscribe to this channel, because I will talk about strategies a lot. And you're lucky as well, because I have a video that shows you exactly how to find the strategy that is profitable and how to even automate it. But let's not talk about automation prematurely. There are some popular strategies that you hear about on the internet. Those are the DCA strategy and the HODL or buy and hold strategy. Now, which one is worse? Let's start with the HODL strategy, because everybody knows that one. And the HODL strategy, as you can see on the screen, this strategy made a whooping 208% since 2018 with a drawdown of 76%. Wow. That is not great in any universe. Okay, I realize I have to give you some reference. Can it be done better? Okay, let's compare. And what better way to compare than using my own strategy, where I put my own money where my mouth is, okay? So my strategy running on Bitcoin on the same time frame since 2018 made a 14x with only 18% drawdown. Now, that is a performance that is awesome. Why I'm telling you this is not to brag too much, but really to explain that if you use strategies that you hear on the internet from people that don't know what they're talking about, it might sound like a good idea, but it's not a good idea, because people always forget the drawdown. What is the drawdown? Well, that is how much money the strategy could have lost you in the worst case scenario. And you want to keep that very small, right? Because if you put proper money into these investments, you want to make sure to not lose all of your fortune, right? So a drawdown of maximum 20% in crypto, in my opinion now, is okay. But everything above 20% is not professional, and you should not tolerate it. You have to go and find out what the drawdown is of the strategies that you are using. And if the drawdown is above 20%, then go and find a better strategy. Like I said, I have a video up here that you can watch to find a good strategy. Speaking of the word strategy, what is a strategy? Well, it is something that gives you a buy and a sell signal, right? An entry and an exit. Now, the HODL strategy does not have an exit by design. So you become a bag holder and have a massive drawdown, while other people who have proper strategies, they exit when they have to, and they go into other assets that are a better investment for that time frame, right? Do you start to realize why 95% of retail investors lose money? So a strategy that doesn't have a sell signal is not a strategy. All right, what about the DCA strategy? Let's check it out. If you would have invested since 1st of January 2018, you would have made 258% profit. Okay, that is better than the HODL strategy, and it comes with a lower drawdown. We're talking about 19 to 20%. Which is still in range. And that is why you see the DCA strategy being mentioned all over the place. It's not the best one when it comes to profit, but it's okay when you think about the profit and the drawdown that you incur. But why did I call it a strategy? Is because it is not a strategy based on my definition, because again, it doesn't have a sell signal. If the asset goes to zero, you will DCA into an asset that goes to zero. So your investment will go where? To zero. All right. So that's not a strategy either. It is a nice placeholder for people who don't want to explain to you that you can do even better than that, because that would take a long video, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Instead, they say just use DCA, right? It's like somebody asks you what computer to buy. You say just buy a Mac. Or somebody asks you what phone to buy. They say buy an iPhone, right? Because they don't want to have the hassle to later on explain to you how that thing works. And I'm here to tell you that we can do way better than DCA with less risk, less drawdown, and with the same amount of time investment, which is almost zero. Okay, let's talk about the time aspect, the second reason why most people lose money. Imagine I give you the best strategy on the planet, only you have it, and you have to do exactly what the strategy does, and you'll be making money. Do you think you will make money? If your instinctive answer is yes, of course, I will make money with that strategy, then think again. I've been through all of that, and here is what really happens. First of all, the strategy will give you signals, but you will not be looking because you are at work, you're with your family, you're on vacation, you're sick, you just are out with friends, okay? You will not have time to click the button when you should be clicking the button to buy and to sell. And that's why time is of the essence, right? Time is money. You don't have time to execute the strategy, it will not make you money. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Even if you have the best strategy on the planet and you don't press the buttons to actually buy and sell, it's not going to do anything for you. And I want to add trust into the mix, because if you have time to study the strategy and to actually learn to trust it, then you would trust it, but you do not trust it because you didn't create it yourself. Let me explain. The strategy will give you signals, but do you trust those signals? Would you actually buy when the strategy says that you should buy at 11,400 into Bitcoin? Because everyone else was saying that Bitcoin goes below 10K. Why not wait to buy it even cheaper, right? Let's wait a little bit and see what happens. What happened after that? Check this out. Bitcoin shot up and now you got a little bit of FOMO. But you wait a bit more because now there might be a pullback and you will buy on the pullback to finally be in sync with the strategy. Now, there is a pullback, as you can see as well. Would you buy? Or are you afraid now that it might pull back even more? Let's wait a bit more. Maybe we can get better price. Price shoots up again and now you have proper FOMO. What would you do now? You would buy because you don't want to miss the train. But the reality is you already missed the train, okay? Now it's time to sell. So you're kind of regretting it, and the whole thing is a cycle that you might relate to from the last bull market that you have experienced, where you did most likely exactly that. And it's not only you, right? I did the same thing until I finally realized that automation is the solution. Now, if I give you the best strategy on the planet, because you did not create it yourself, you did not experience it yourself, you will not trust it. And you will not do what it says until it's too late. So you have to go through some kind of cycle to learn to trust it. And in order to do that a bit faster, automation is the solution, right? Because if you automate that strategy and you give it a little bit of money and it just buys, you wake up in the morning, it has already purchased. Now you will leave it alone, right? Because it has already purchased and you will see what happens. And if it makes profit continuously, you'll be like, wait a minute, this strategy is cool, man. Let's give it a bit more money. Let's leave it alone. But if that doesn't happen to you, you will never trust that strategy. And then you can say, okay, I don't want to use other people's strategy. I want to have my own. Perfect, right? That's the best case scenario. Like figure out your own and then make sure that you really execute the signals from your own strategy. It can be quite tough when real money is on the line. For example, when Bitcoin was at 60,000, everybody was saying that it goes to 100,000. Whereas my strategy says you have to sell, right? And if I run around and tell everybody, hey, you have to sell, they will say, you are crazy. Why would you sell now? Bitcoin is going to the moon. Right? And of course they want Bitcoin to go to the moon because they bought in late. And now Bitcoin has to go to the moon literally for them to make a profit. But the market doesn't do what we want. We have to follow what happens. So if the strategy says we have to sell, then that's what we do. It doesn't matter if we wish for Bitcoin to go to the moon or not. You see, so Actually, being a profitable trader also comes with a lot of hate, or at least doubt, because everyone else is doing something else. So they will lose money. Again, don't forget 95% lose money. So don't do what everyone else is doing. Yeah, that's the whole point over here, right? So once you have a strategy, then go and automate it, because then you have the highest chance of success. By automating the strategy, you have higher chances of actually following the strategy automatically, which is what I'm all about. I'm an engineer, so I automate things. Also, my trading strategy, so I have time to do other things other than trading. So I have automated it. You can do the same. Again, watch this video. It's really cool and you will learn how to do that. And also, if you want to be closer to me and the trade automation group that we have, make sure to join our Telegram group right now. So what am I actually saying? I'm saying get a strategy, automate the strategy, and make more profits than you could by manually trading. All right. The goal is not to become the best trader on the planet. The goal is to be better than manual trading and to cost you less time by doing the same thing, right? So if you invest less time but you make more profits, you're awesome. If you want to know more about this stuff, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because I will be releasing more knowledge on this channel about algorithmic trading and how to automate your money. This channel is way different than everyone else's, where they show you charts until the end of time, and after watching the video you still don't know what to do. I don't like that at all, and I always feel like I wasted my time watching those videos. I'm an engineer. I like clear answers and clear directions, which is what you will be getting on this channel. My goal is to help at least 1,000 people make money in the next bull market. You might be one of those people. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also join the Telegram group. The link is down below. You're welcome. And now go and watch this other video where I show you how to find a strategy that actually works and how to automate that strategy to achieve exactly what I said in this video. Until then, cheers. See you soon.